They came on a Tuesday. No warning, no signal, no Hollywood countdown. Just 4,000 ships appearing in low orbit like they'd always been there. Within 6 hours, every government on the planet received the same message in every language simultaneously. 7 words. You have 72 hours. Then we collect. Nobody knew what collect meant. Nobody wanted to find out. And just like that, humanity had 3 days to do something it had been failing to do for centuries. Work together. So what actually happens? What does the evacuation of an entire planet look like? Stay with me, because this gets wild. The first 12 hours are pure chaos. Every world leader is on a call simultaneously. Every space agency on the planet, NASA, ESA, Roscosmos, ISRO, SpaceX, is being screamed at to do something. But here's the first brutal truth. Right now, humanity has the capacity to launch roughly a few hundred people into space per year. 8 billion people need to leave in 72 hours. Do that math. Even if we launched every rocket on Earth simultaneously, we could maybe get a few thousand people off the planet in time. That means the first and most horrifying decision gets made within hours of the message. Who goes? Scientists, engineers, doctors, pilots, geneticists. Because if humanity is going to survive somewhere else, someone needs to know how to grow food from scratch on an alien world. Seed banks. Hundreds of thousands of plant species compressed into cargo holds. Hard drives containing the entire collected knowledge of human civilization. Every book, every medical record, every blueprint, every piece of music ever recorded. And then, the politicians start arguing about who else gets a seat. Because of course they do. Every nation wants representation. Every billionaire with a private rocket suddenly becomes the most powerful person alive. Elon Musk, by the way, would almost certainly be on the first ship. He'd probably try to drive it. But here's where it gets interesting. Because the people arguing about seats are running out of time. And 72 hours goes faster than you think. Hour 24. The ships in orbit haven't moved, but they're scanning. Every satellite we have confirms it. Constant electromagnetic pulses sweeping the surface like fingers running over a map. On the ground, panic. Supermarkets emptied in hours, roads gridlocked in every major city. Martial law declared trying to maintain order. But also, something unexpected. People start helping each other. Strangers sharing cars, communities pooling food, neighbors who never spoke sitting together on doorsteps watching the sky. Turns out when everyone faces the same threat, the things that divided us start to feel very, very small. Meanwhile, the engineers are working on something extraordinary. There are currently around 5,000 satellites orbiting Earth. Some of them, the big ones, could theoretically be repurposed as relay stations, communication hubs to coordinate where the ships are going. Because here's the next problem nobody's thought about yet. Where exactly are we going? Mars is the obvious answer. It's close. We've landed rovers there. We know the terrain. But Mars has no magnetic field. Radiation on the surface would kill an unprotected human in months. We'd need to live underground, immediately, with no infrastructure already in place. The moon is closer but has no atmosphere, and temperatures swing from 127 degrees to minus 173. The honest answer is there is nowhere in our solar system that's ready for 8 billion people, or even 8,000. So we'd be leaving not just Earth, but our entire solar system. And the nearest potentially habitable planet? 4.2 light-years away. With our fastest current technology, that journey takes 70,000 years. Let that land. Hour 48. The ships move. Not toward us, toward each other. Forming a pattern in the sky our astronomers recognize immediately. It's a grid, precise, mathematical. The kind of formation that doesn't happen by accident. And then the second message comes. Bring what you need, leave what you've taken. Nobody fully understands it yet, but the leading theory spreads fast online. They're not invading to destroy us. They're evicting us. Like a landlord who finally got tired of watching the tenant trash the property. And if that theory is right, the planet they're taking isn't being destroyed. It's being reclaimed. Which means Earth, our Earth, will still exist, just without us on it. Hour 68. 4 hours left. The launches begin in earnest. Rockets going up every few minutes from Cape Canaveral, Baikonur, Kourou, Vandenberg, private ships too, anything that can break atmosphere. The chosen few, scientists, engineers, genetic material, cultural archives, begin leaving their families behind. That part doesn't make it into the official briefings, but it's real. And the rest of humanity watches from the ground. Some people run, some people pray. Some people stand on rooftops and stare up at the grid in the sky with something that looks less like fear and more like awe. Because whatever those ships are, whatever built them, they are magnificent. Impossibly large, perfectly silent, moving with a precision that makes our greatest engineering look like children stacking blocks. And somewhere in that silence, a thought forms in the minds of the people watching. If they can build that, what else is out there? Hour 72. The grid descends. Not violently, not explosively, slowly, deliberately, the way you'd move something precious. The last ships clear the atmosphere, and the people left on the ground, billions of them, look up one final time. The sky turns gold. Not fire, not destruction, just light, warm and total, and unlike anything human eyes have ever seen. And then it's quiet. Somewhere out in deep space, a few thousand humans are hurtling toward an uncertain future on a planet they've never seen. They have seeds. They have knowledge. They have the blueprints of everything we ever built. They have arguments already about governance, about resources, about who's in charge. Because we're still human. And maybe that's the most honest thing about this entire story. You can take humanity off the Earth, but getting the Earth out of humanity, that's a different mission entirely. What do you think we bring with us?